Prime fighter here with Sani. Got it right again.
You got it right again.
Got it right again.
Oh, God.
After the press conference of Liam Davis, Jason Cunningham. Liam Davis is a bit of a talker, isn't he?
He's talking, isn't he?
He's talking.
He's talking a big game. He might be putting a lot of pressure on himself as well with the statements that he's making and the performances that he's promising. But maybe he just delivers. I don't know. It's a very, very intriguing fight.
Yeah, very. Obviously he's the favourite. Jason Dunn's like he's been there, done that, got a T-shirt. How do you see this fight going? Obviously, it's quite. I think even though he's the underdog, I think it's quite close because the experience is going to count a lot in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, has Liam Davis fought anyone like Jason Cunningham, who's like a southpaw, who's going to be difficult, going to be tricky? And then I thought, well, he's boxed Mark Leach, who's a very, very tricky southpaw. So I think Liam Davis has got a lot of confidence heading into this. But with Jason Cunningham, you can just never, ever write him off, because whenever he does get written off, he comes back with a win. He upsets the odds, and he's got it tattooed across his chest, the underdog that never lost hope. And I can't imagine he'll be losing hope ahead of Saturday.
Yeah, like obviously he's got no pressure because
no pressure.
Davis is back there, back garden.
Yeah.
He's got all the pressure on him because he's all those was filled with all these fans today. So, there's no pressure on him. So I think he's probably going into that really confident because he knows he doesn't have to perform that great. He has to get the win, whatever way it comes, doesn't it? So it's like it's very difficult.
I mean, look, they'll be booing every punch that he throws. They'll be jeering him. They will be cheering everything that Liam Davis does. It will be hostile. They'll be calling him names as he arrives to the ring. But do you know what? I think he can thrive off that, and I think it's nothing he hasn't seen before. And let's see. I'm very intrigued. I don't know which way it's going to go. So I can't wait.
It's a 50 fight, and it's like the big fight on Saturday night as well. That you guys are covering. Spence versus Crawford, that's 50-50 fight. Who have you got in that fight?
Well, look, everyone's saying it's a 50-50 fight, and then they pick, literally everyone just picks Crawford. So I don't know, is it a 50-50 fight? I can't.
Well, he's the bookish favourite.
Yeah.
And
every pundit that I've watched has picked Crawford as well. I don't know. I think there was a moment in time where people would have picked Spence. There was certainly a moment in time where I would have picked Spence. But Crawford, the way he performed against Sean Porter, for me, changed everything, because he treated Sean Porter in a way that Errol Spence didn't. And for me, that dispelled any kind of thing about, is he not big enough for the weight? No, he is, and he's badding people up at the weight as well. So
he stopped Kell Brook as well. So.
Stopped Kell Brook. I mean, what version of Kell Brook it was, But what you can point to is Errol Spence stopped a better version of Kell Brook, a much younger version, but obviously coming off the Golovkin fight.
Yeah.
But
the fight he shouldn't have took.
Well, I'm sure his mansion will tell you otherwise. Sometimes you've got to take opportunities.
Yeah, so who have you got to win that? I'm going to ask you, Crawford or Spence, who have you got to win?
Crawford. I think. And I just think he's, again, it's that Sean Porter win is setting him apart for me, the way he treated him, and I think he's got more variety, can switch stance as well. I don't know if Spence does that or if he does it that much, but I think he's just got more tools in his toolbox, and I don't think he'll stop him, but I think he'll beat him.
Okay, moving back to your card, we got a guy who come from white collar boxing, James Moorcroft, fighting, what's the guy's name again?
Ethan James.
Ethan James. I'm rubbish with names, you know that already. Ethan James. To be fair, trained by Anthony Qualla. I know, Anthony Qualla says he's improving all the time. That's a fight I'm looking forward to seeing, because, when someone comes from white collar boxing, everyone kind of even though it's even though it's still boxing, everyone frowns upon it. It's not amateur, you're not polished enough or anything, but a few guys that come from white collar and prove
Fabio
wrong.
Wardley, white collar, and he's doing pretty well, isn't he?
Champion.
British champion. So look, it's an alternative route into boxing. It's the non-traditional route, but he's here. He's sat at the top table. He's got a chance to win a WBO bauble and get himself catapulted into the world rankings. And he'll be rough and he'll be ready. And Ethan James is is 22. I don't know if he's got his man strength yet. He hasn't got a stoppage yet, but this is his second fight at welterweight now. He's been down at super lightweight. So, it'll be interesting to see whether or not his amateur pedigree comes in and can help him against James Moorcroft, or if James Moorcroft just sort of overwhelms him. It'll be interesting.
Good to see, because Crawford's got a lot of faith in him. As I spoke to him earlier, he's got a lot of faith in him. So I think it's going to be could be an upset. Obviously, moving swiftly on to Moses Itama, talented southpaw. Got him fighting on the card as well. Doesn't talk much, but he does talk in the ring. He performs in that ring, and that's where it counts the most.
Yeah, and look at how he's being matched as well. The first two fights that he had, maybe they were, below par. But the third fight, no one can complain about that. Dovbychenko, who's still never been stopped, and stopped Matty Harris last week. Unbelievable upset over there. And now he's fighting Espindola, who has been in with Fraser Clark, Soldakers. He was the first man to take Ivan Ditchko the distance, the heavy-handed Kazakh amateur star. And Moses Itama is taking these guys on, and he's 18 years old. The guys that that Ditchko and all those guys, some of them are early 30s. Like, Moses is so young, and he's proper. It shows the level of ambition that Queensberry had for him, that he has for himself.
Exactly, and he ain't even got his man strength yet. So when his man strength comes in, it's going to be absolutely frightening. With that skill set, could we have a British version of, dare I say, what's his name again?
I don't know. You didn't dare say it. You didn't dare say it.
That southpaw, you there, man.
What do you mean, like Usyk?
Usyk, that's
right?
it.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Look, maybe.
Fighting all over the place.
I'll tell you, Usyk obviously he's come up to heavyweight. Moses Itama, I can't remember the last time he would have been 200 pounds, right? Like probably about 5 years old. So he's just a massive unit, 6'5". He's getting bigger and bigger, and as you say, man strength's coming as well. So I think he could be very, very special. Let's see how it goes.